When you're buying or selling a home, you're familiar with the saying, location, location, location. The same is true for quail as they scope out their real estate. While we've covered quail habitat components in this series, we also want to share with you the best way to plant Covey Headquarters to get successful results. There are several critical steps to follow for getting the best results at shrub planting. It's the smallest details that will make the difference between success and failure. It may take as many as 10 years for your new Covey Headquarters planting to benefit quail if you don't pay attention to the details.
The first step in establishing a Covey Headquarters shrub planting begins the fall before the planting season. At that time, it's best to go out and flag the area that you're wanting to plant. The minimum size Covey Headquarters is approximately 30 foot by 50 foot. And for quail management, the more shrubs you plant, the better. Approximately 77 shrubs could be planted in that size of planting. You should flag that out, and after that, if there is permanent vegetation in the planting area, that should be sprayed with a herbicide or tilled to eliminate it. If you have permanent grass like fescue, brome grass, or reed's canary grass, take special care in eliminating that.
Fall is the time of the year to order your seedling shrubs from a reliable nursery. Your shrubs should arrive in March or April. Before planting, check the area again for vegetation that needs to be resprayed. It may be helpful to flag out your rows. Although quail do not care if your shrub rows are exactly 5 feet apart or perfectly straight. However, if you are receiving cost share to establish the shrubs, it is best to space your plants correctly.
Spring is here and your shrubs have just arrived. Last winter or last fall, you ordered your shrubs and asked for them to be shipped to you in March or April. The first thing to do after your shrubs arrive is to open up the package and inspect the plants. The roots should be moist to the touch and not moldy or dry. If they are moldy or dry, you should contact the nursery immediately and ask for replacement plants. It's best to plant your shrubs immediately for the best chance of survival. If you cannot do that, wrap them back up after watering the roots and making sure they're moist, and put them on the north side of a building out of the wind and the sun. Protect them from freezing and plant them as soon as you can. If it takes several weeks to get your plants planted, you should probably look for a cold storage such as a refrigerator or other type of cooler. Right before you're ready to plant your shrubs, you should get them prepared. You can trim off up to 1/3 of the tops of the shrubs with a clipper, and then take care of any loose and wild roots that might hamper the planting process. And then right before you're ready to go to the field, stick them in a bucket of water. Other tools you can use instead of a clippers would be an axe and a block of wood, or a corn knife and a block of wood. A lot of people make the mistake of, as soon as their shrubs arrive from the nursery, they stick them in a bucket of water. If they stay in that bucket too long, it'll drown the plants and your chances of a successful planting will be nil. It's best not to put them in water until you're ready to take them out to the field and actually plant them.
It's very important that you plant seedlings at the proper depth to ensure survival. Place the seedling in the hole at the same depth it grew in the nursery. If the root is not dug deep enough, it will curl up, preventing proper growth. Or if the roots are exposed to air, a slight tug may uproot the seedling. You'll always need to keep the grass, sod, and weeds controlled on your Covey Headquarters to quickly establish the plantings. A pre-emergent herbicide labeled for spraying over the trees should be applied immediately after planting. For smaller plantings, a hand sprayer can be used to apply the herbicide. Larger plantings will need a broadcast sprayer, which can be driven right over the plot with little damage to seedlings. Some grass-specific post-emergence sprays can also be applied when the shrubs are dormant. Check the label for directions. You can also ask your local forester or private land specialist for suggested herbicides for your situation. Small Covey Headquarter plantings are susceptible to a lot of deer and rabbit damage, but given time, the shrubs will outgrow the browsing. To reduce wildlife damage, get rid of grass sod. so the shrubs have the best chance to outgrow wildlife damage.